Hello, my dear students. Welcome to Sankalp Learning Classes. Today, we are going to study about the human reproduction chapter. It is one of the very important chapter for your CET also and for your board exam also. So, dear students, first we are discussing the topic, and after that we are discussing some MCQ question related to that topic. Okay. Then if you have any doubts, you can write down in the chat box. Okay. Then one thing I want to clear that while explaining any topic, I will include the this is a CET point and this is asked in the previous year question paper, board exam question paper like that. So you can note down that. Please keep one notebook and pen with you. Okay, to note down the important points. So let us start the chapter human reproduction. So first thing, humans are they are sexually reproducing organisms, right? Sexual reproduction means, so that you have learned what you mean by sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction means there is a fusion of the two gametes, male and female gametes, so that are able to produce the new organism. So, where there is a involvement of the two gametes, male and the female gametes, so that is in the sexual reproduction. So, humans are sexually reproducing organisms and they are viviparous. What do you mean by viviparous organisms? Anybody? What do you mean by viviparous organisms? ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾ viviparous organisms ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Viviparous organisms means they are directly giving birth to the young ones. And one more type is the oviparous organisms. Oviparous organisms means they are giving birth to the young ones through the by producing the eggs. So they are egg producing. Oviparous means egg producing organisms, right? But human beings are sexual reproducing organisms as well as viviparous organisms. Okay. Then what are the steps included in the human reproduction process? Okay, so these all steps we are studying in detail in this chapter, human reproduction chapter. Okay, so first step is gametogenesis. What do you mean by gametogenesis? It is the process of production of the gametes, haploid gametes, right? It is the process of production of the gametes, both males in and in the females. Males produce the sperms and females produce the gametes, that is called as a ovum, or it is also called as a egg, right? So that is the gametogenesis process that also we are studying in detail in this chapter. Okay. Then second step, that is the insemination. What do you mean by insemination? Insemination means transfer of the male gamete into the female body. That is called as a insemination, right? Then what do you mean by fertilization? So this is the common word. So we learn in biology, right? Fertilization meaning, what is the meaning of the fertilization? Anybody? Yes, fertilization means that is the fusion of the male and female gamete, fusion of the male and female gamete that produces the zygote, right? So that is diploid in nature. So gametes always they are haploid, right? They are in n number, haploid. So when the haploid gametes they will fuse to form zygote, that is in a diploid state, right? That is a zygote, that is known as a fertilization. So this fertilization takes place in the female body. And implantation. What do you mean by implantation? Implantation means zygote that will develop into a embryo that after a multiple division. So the zygote that develop into a embryo, that is a implantation means attachment of the embryo, attachment of the embryo to the walls of the uterus. That is called as a implantation, right? Then what you mean by gestation? What do you mean by gestation? Gestation means that is the period of the development of the embryo within the uterus, right? So in human beings, that is 9 months. Gestation period is 9 months. That is nothing but the period of the development of the embryo within the uterus, that is called as a gestation period, that will be a 9 months. Then what you mean by parturition? After the 9 month of development of the embryo, that is released from the human body, that is called as a delivery of the baby, right? That is called as a delivery of the baby, that is nothing but parturition. Okay, so these all steps we are studying in the human reproduction chapter. What is gametogenesis, and how males are able to produce the gametes and how females are able to produce the gametes. Then these all process we are studying in this chapter. Okay, first let us start with the male reproductive structure. Okay, so male reproductive system mainly that includes the primary sex organs and the accessory ducts and glands. Okay, so where it is located? Actually, the male reproductive system that is located at the in the pelvis region. So it is a important MCQ question. Male reproductive system that is located in which region? Pelvis region. So where it is located? Pelvis region. And abdomen region. Options will be like that. Abdomen region and pelvis region, lumbar region, like that. So correct answer is pelvis region. Okay. Then this male reproductive system that includes primary sex organs, primary sex organs and accessory ducts and glands. My dear students, what do you mean by primary sex organs? What do you mean by primary sex organs? Anybody? What do you mean by primary sex organs? ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾ? So here, in the male reproductive system, pair of testes, they are primary sex organs and accessory ducts and glands, they are the accessory organs. Anybody? What do you mean by primary sex organs? ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾ? Yes. Primary sex organs means where the production of the sperms takes place. Okay. Production and development, you can write production of the sperm takes place, that is called as a primary sex organ. So in the remaining organs like accessory ducts and glands, so they are not producing the sperms. Actual sperms are producing at the testes, so it is called as a primary sex organ. Okay, yes, Vittal Lakshman, he's saying the answer, that is organs produce the gametes. Yes, very good. That is the correct answer. Primary sex organs means they are able to produce the gametes. And accessory ducts and glands, they are helping for the transfer of the sperms and they will secrete the some secretion to the sperms, like that. Okay. So these ducts and glands, they are not helping, they are not producing the sperms, but they are helping for the transfer of the sperms and they will add the some important substances to the semen, like that. Okay, so let us study about the primary sex organ, that is a testes, right? So testes you can observe in this structure. So these are oval shaped structure. So these are nothing but testes. They are pair of testes. They are in pair. Okay. So these testes, they are located within the scrotum. Okay. What is that scrotum? Testes are the primary sex organs and they are located inside the pouch-like structure that is called as a scrotum. What is this pouch-like structure? In this diagram, you can observe the scrotum. Okay. So here, this is nothing but a scrotum. This is the pouch-like structure. This is scrotum. So why the testes are located inside the scrotum? Because this scrotum helps in the maintaining of the low temperature of the testes. Why this scrotum is helping? This scrotum is helping for the maintaining of the low temperature of the testes. Means inside the scrotum there is a lower temperature, less than our body temperature, about 2 to 2.5 degrees Celsius. Okay. So what is the human body temperature? Normal body temperature, that is 98.6 Fahrenheit, right? But around 2 to 2.5 degrees Celsius is less inside the scrotum. Okay. So for what purpose this lower temperature is helping? So that is necessary for the spermatogenesis. Very important. This point is very important for your CET and for your board exam also. Okay. What is the function of the scrotum? The scrotum helps in the maintaining of the low temperature in the testes. Why testes need the low temperature than our body temperature, internal body temperature? That is because of the spermatogenesis. What do you mean by spermatogenesis? That is nothing but the production of the sperms. Okay, so that we will study in the next part. In adult, what is the length and width of the testes? Length is about 4 to 5 centimeter and width is about 2 to 3 centimeter. Then each testis, they have the compartments, around 250 compartments. Okay. So this is also a MCQ question. Inside the testes, how many compartments are present around? Okay, not exactly. So around 250 compartments are present. They are called as a testicular lobules. Okay. How many testicular lobules are present inside the testes? That is about 250 compartments. Okay. So this is also very important. Okay. So here, if you take the structure of the testes, so this is testis, just imagine. Okay. So it is covered by a fibrous tissues. Testes are covered by fibrous tissues, and inside the testes you can see the compartments like this. Okay. So these compartments, they are called as like this. You can observe the compartments. So this is one compartment and this one is one compartment. And these compartments are called as testicular lobules. And these testicular lobules around 250 inside each testis. Okay, is that clear? Then inside the testicular lobules, so this is testis and this is testicular lobule. Inside the testicular lobule, you can observe seminiferous tubules. Okay, inside the testicular lobules, you can observe the seminiferous tubules. Inside each testicular lobules, you can observe 3 to 5 seminiferous tubule. Okay. So, if you take the section of the seminiferous tubules, you can observe the seminiferous tubules like this. Okay. So, these are the seminiferous tubules present inside the testicular lobules. So these seminiferous tubules, they are called as these seminiferous tubules. So this is the structure of the seminiferous tubule. Very important for your board exam. Okay. So this is asked in your board exam for as a diagram. ಈ diagram ಅನ್ನ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Diagram ಅನ್ನ practice ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Important ಇದೆ. Then, so this is the sectional view of the seminiferous tubules. So seminiferous tubules ಎಲ್ಲಿರತ್ತೆ? That is present inside the testicular lobules. So each testicular lobule. So testicular lobule ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಿರತ್ತೆ? 1 to 3. So around 1 to 3 highly coiled seminiferous tubules are present, and these seminiferous tubules, how they are? These seminiferous tubules, each seminiferous, this is one seminiferous tubule, okay, and this is one seminiferous tubule. So these seminiferous tubules, they are lined by a special type of these cells that is called as a germ cells. Here you can observe the germ cells, okay, and one more type of these cells, they are called as a Sertoli cells. Very important, germ cells and the Sertoli cells. ನೋಡಿ ಈ ತರ ಡೈಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. So this is the seminiferous tubule. So this is lined by a special type of the cells. They are called as a germ cells or spermatogonial cells. So what is the function of these germ cells? Germ cells, they undergo meiotic division. They undergo meiotic division and form the primary spermatocytes, secondary spermatocytes. After that, they produce the sperms. Okay. At the end, there are some steps. After that, they produce the sperms, germ cells. They are diploid in number. And again, one more type of cells are present. They are called as Sertoli cells. Okay. One more type of cells. They are called as Sertoli cells. So what is the function of these Sertoli cells? They provide the nourishment for the developing sperms. So here inside the seminiferous tubules, there are special type of the cells are there that is called as a germ cells or spermatogonia or spermatogonial cells. Okay. And these spermatogonial cells, they undergo the meiotic division. ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಮಿಯೋಟಿಕ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಇರೋದು ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಈ ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದು ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. And inside the seminiferous tubule, one more type of the cells, they are called as a Sertoli cells. They provide the nourishment for the sperms, developing spermatids. Okay. I hope this concept is clear. See here, seminiferous tubule is lined on its inside two types of the cells called one germ cells or spermatogonia. It is also called as spermatogonia. What is the ploidy of the germ cells? What is the ploidy of the germ cells or spermatogonia? Write down in the comment box. Yes, what is the ploidy of the germ cells? Yes, they are diploid. Then Sertoli cells. What is the function of the Sertoli cells? That is the common question in your CET or in your board exam. Okay, Sertoli. What is the function of the Sertoli cells? They provide the nutrition to the germ cells. Okay. Then one more type of cells, they are present just outside the interstitial spaces, contain the small blood vessels, and interstitial cells or Leydig cells are present here. Just outside this seminiferous tubules, one more type of cells are present. They are called as the interstitial cells or Leydig cells. Okay, very important. So they are not present inside this. They are present the region outside the interstitial space. Okay, so these, what is the function of interstitial cells? These interstitial cells, they synthesize the one hormone that is called as a androgen. Androgen, that is also called as testosterone. Okay. Testosterone hormone or androgen. What is the function of this androgen? Androgen that help for the development of the secondary sexual characters in the males. So that we will learn in the next part also. Next gametogenesis study ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ androgen ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ನಾವು in detail ಆಗಿ study ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. But here what is the point you should remember? That is interstitial cells or Leydig cells. So they helps to release the which hormone, which synthesize the hormone that is called as a androgen. Okay. So I hope this concept is clear about the seminiferous tubules. And one more thing, these seminiferous tubules, they are called as structural and functional unit of the testes. Okay. So because where the production of these sperms takes place inside the seminiferous tubule. Okay. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? So seminiferous tubules ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ? They are present inside the testes. Testes ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ? Testicular lobules ಅಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ. How many seminiferous tubules are present in testicular lobule? That is 1 to 3. ಇದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನೀಟಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Around 1 to 3 seminiferous, highly called seminiferous tubules are present inside the each testicular lobule ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? So this is about the seminiferous tubules. Then we should learn about the how the accessory ducts and accessory glands are helping in the male reproductive system and how they are able to help to the transfer of the sperms from the seminiferous tubule. So this is the schematic view of the male reproductive system. So this is very important diagram for your board exam. Board exam ಅಲ್ಲಿ 5 marks ಗೆ ಕೇಳಬಹುದಾದಂತ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಇದನ್ನ ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Very important for your board exam. Then, so in this structure, you can observe the testes, pair of testes ಅನ್ನ observe ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Then, accessory ducts. You can observe vast difference here. Epididymis, vasa efferentia, retitestis, and testicular lobules. So these all are, so they are the accessory ducts. And some glands also you can observe: prostate gland, bulbourethral gland, and seminal vesicle. So these are the different glands that is present in the male reproductive system. Okay. Let us learn about the accessory ducts. How these accessory ducts, they are helping in the transfer of the sperms, how they are helpful in the male reproductive system. Accessory ducts include, male accessory ducts include retitestis, vasa efferentia, epididymis, and vasa deferens. So remember, this question is, so one MCQ question is asked on this topic, that is, which of the following is not included in the male sex accessory duct ಅಂತ. ಯಾವುದು? ರಿಟಿಟೆಸ್ಟಿಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ವಾಸಾ ಇಫ್ರೆನ್ಷಿಯಾ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಎಫಿಡಿಡಿಮಿಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ದೆನ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸೆಸರಿ ಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇದೆ, ಎಕ್ಸೆಸರಿ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಆರ್, ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದೀಸ್ 4 important structure: retitestis, vasa efferentia, epididymis, and vas deferens. These are the male sex accessory ducts. Okay. Then, so how they work in the male reproductive system. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ತರ sperms transfer ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನೋಡೋಣ. ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, first thing is from the seminiferous tubules. So seminiferous tubules ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ? There is a production of the sperms. After that, from the seminiferous tubule, so it is collected in the structure So these seminiferous tubules, they are open into the structure. Just imagine. So these are the seminiferous tubules, so which are carrying the sperms, and they are open just for your convenience. I'm drawing this, okay? So they are open to the structure that is called as a rete testis. Okay. Here, that is a structure. What it is called? That common opening is called, common structure is called as a rete testis. Okay. So first, seminal, sorry, seminiferous tubule. Then, so these tubules open into a common structure that is called as a rete testis. Okay. ರಿಟಿ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಸ್ಗೆ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವುದು? ಸೆಮಿನಿಫೆರಸ್ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್. And this rete testis, again, small ducts arise from the rete testis. They are called as, what it is called? They are called as vasa efferentia. Okay. Vasa efferentia. They start from the rete testis and open into a one more structure that is called as a epididymis. Okay. ಎಪಿಡಿಡಿಮಿಸ್ಗೆ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಷ್ಟನ್ನ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದ ಡೈಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗಿದೆ, ಈ ಡೈಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಲೊಬ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಲೊಬ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? seminiferous tubules ಇರುತ್ತೆ. These seminiferous tubules, they produce the sperms and transfer it into the rete testis. Okay, rete testis ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ sperms. Okay. Then from the rete testis, again small ducts are formed. They are called as vasa efferentia. ವಾಸ ರಿಟಿ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ? ವಾಸ ಇಫ್ರೆನ್ಶಿಯಾ ಥ್ರೂ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅದು? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಓಪನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಎಪಿಡಿಡಿಮಿಸ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಸ್ ಎಟ್ ದ ಆಂಟೀರಿಯರ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಈ ತರ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಅ ಎಪಿಡಿಡಿಮಿಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಎಪಿಡಿಡಿಮಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್. ಈ ಎಪಿಡಿಡಿಮಿಸ್ಗೆ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಎಪಿಡಿಡಿಮಿಸ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ? ಥ್ರೂ ದ ಡಕ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ವಾಸ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್. ಎಪಿಡಿಡಿಮಿಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಓಪನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ವಾಸ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ ವಾಸ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ದ coil around the urinary bladder. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ urinary bladder and this is the urethra ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಇದು ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು urethra. This is urinary bladder and this is urethra ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಈ urinary bladder ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ? So that is moving, vas difference. And here again you can observe one gland that is called as a seminal vesicle ಅನ್ನುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಬಹುದು. And this seminal vesicle gland and this vas difference, they are opening at the same point that is called as a ejaculatory duct. Here it is not mentioned. Remember, where the vas difference and seminal vesicle, they are open into a same point that is called as a ejaculatory duct. And through the ejaculatory duct, it move into the prostate gland. So this is the prostate gland. I will explain what is the function of the prostate gland and bulbourethral gland. Then move into the bulbourethral gland. Then it reach to the urethra. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಮೇಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ದ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಯುರಿನೋಜೆನೈಟಲ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಮೇಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಯೂರಿನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಕೆನಾಲ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದ ಯುರಿಥ್ರಾ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಪೆನಿಸ್ and this is inside the penis, this urethra is present ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಯುರಿಥ್ರಾ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ? ಪೆನಿಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಥ್ರೂ ದಿಸ್ penis, the same sperms and the urine both are passing through the same structure that is called as a urethra. Okay, so like this the sperms are moving into the external genitalia, so that I will explain later. Okay, so now what you should learn, how the sperms are produced, where the sperms are produced, and how it is transferred in the accessory ducts and into the external genitalia. Okay, so once again ನಾನು ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಇದನ್ನ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ವೈಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ MCQ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದ seminiferous tubule sperms are produced, and these seminiferous tubules, they are open into the structure that is called as a retitestis, and retitestis, from the retitestis again there are many structures are formed and that open into a epididymis. That structure is called as a vasa efferentia. Retitestis ಇಂದ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಗುವಂತಹ ಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ವಾಸ ಇಫ್ರೆನ್ಷಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ವಾಸ ಇಫ್ರೆನ್ಷಿಯಾ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, that opens into the epididymis. From the epididymis, that epididymis open into the vas deferens. Okay, so these are the different ducts involved in the transfer of the sperms. Next, glands are there. Again, different glands are there. So how these glands are helping? These glands include the pair of seminal vesicle. Seminal vesicle ಅನ್ನು observe ಮಾಡಿ diagram ಅಲ್ಲಿ. So which glands are present in the male reproductive system? That is seminal vesicles and prostate gland and paired bulbourethral glands. These seminal vesicles also paired, but prostate gland is, that is single. Okay. What do you mean by glands? Glands means they secrete some chemicals ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸೀಕ್ರೆಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ದಿ ಸೆಮೈನಲ್ ವೆಸಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ರೋಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದೀಸ್ bulbourethral gland, they will add some secretion to the sperms and they will form the semen. Okay, then these secretions, so the glands, they secrete the, that consist of the fructose, calcium and certain enzymes. So this is present in the seminal plasma which is released by the seminal vesicle. Okay, seminal vesicle ಏನನ್ನ secrete ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, so that secretes some fluid. Okay, fluid ಅನ್ನ secrete ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆ fluid ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, fructose ಇದೆ, that will provide the energy for the sperms, and calcium ಮತ್ತೆ certain enzymes ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, and the secretion of the bulbourethral glands also helps in the lubrication of the penis. Penis and lubrication ಗೆ that glands is contributing. Okay, then here ಯಾವ ತರ MCQ ಅನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, which of the following is not a paired structure ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಬಹುದು. Here prostate gland is not a paired structure. Seminal vesicle and bulbourethral gland is, that is a paired structure. And what is semen? Okay, what is semen? Semen means, what is semen? Anybody? Which contain the sperm plus some fluid secretions. And this fluid secretions, that is from the seminal vesicles, prostate gland and the bulbourethral gland. This seminal vesicle that contribute the 60% of the semen. 60% fluid ಏನಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, so that is secreted by the seminal vesicles. Remaining 20% is secreted by the prostate gland. Okay, so ಆ semen ಅನ್ನ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, so 60% ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಯಾವುದು, seminal vesicles, then and 20% that is prostate gland. Like this, these glands are helping for the transfer of the sperms into the penis. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. Then the sperm is released into the urethra. That is a common passage for what? That is common, urethra is the common passage for the sperm and the urine. Okay, and male external genitalia, what it include? Male external genitalia, that includes That is the penis. Male external genitalia, that is the penis. And this penis is made up of the special tissue that helps in the erection of the penis and facilitate the insemination. So ಆ external genitalia ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? That help for the erection of the penis and insemination. Sperm ಅನ್ನ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? ಇಂಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪಿಂಗ್. And at the end you can observe the enlarged portion ಅನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ? That is called as a glans penis. Enlarged portion ಅನ್ನ observe ಮಾಡಿ diagram ಅಲ್ಲಿ, that is called as a glans penis, and which is covered by a loose fold of skin that is called as a foreskin. Okay, so these all are the important points in this male reproductive system. So do you have any doubt in this topic? Anybody? Just write down in the comment box. Any doubts? Any doubt? Just write down in the comment box. Okay, let us discuss some MCQ questions on this topic. Already I have explained what is male reproductive system and what are the ducts involved in this and what are the glands involved in this. So ಅದನ್ನ explain ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ 2 marks 3 marks question ಅನ್ನ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. And for CET point of view MCQ question ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು discussion ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಲ್ವಾ? First question is, where is the male reproductive system is located? Option A, pectoral region. Option B, pelvis region. Option C, abdominal region and the lumbar region. Yes. Write down the answer in the comment box. Male reproductive system, that is the first point. Where it is located? Option B, Brunda. Yes, correct. That is located in the pelvis region, right? Option B is the correct answer. Then let us move to the next question. Where are the sperms produced? Where the production of the sperms takes place? Option A, prostate gland, epidermis, vas deferens, seminiferous tubules. Yes. Yes, what is the answer? Yes, Kantaraju, option D. Yes, very good. Seminiferous tubule. Where are the sperms are produced? That is, they are produced at the seminiferous tubules. Yes, option D is the correct answer. Then third question. The seminiferous tubules of the testis are lined by a germinal epithelium consisting of which type of the cells here? Spermatids, cells of Sertoli, spermatogonium, spermatocytes. Inside the seminiferous tubules, they are lined by a germinal epithelium consisting of which type of the cells? Spermatids. So these are not present at the lining of the seminiferous tubule. So option 1 is the wrong answer. Cells of Sertoli cells. Sertoli cells, they are not the germ cells, alva. Spermatocytes, they are produced by the germ cells. So it is also a wrong answer. So correct answer is spermatogonial cells or spermatogonium, spermatogonia. So that is the correct answer. That is lined by the germinal epithelium consisting of spermatogonium. Why the remaining 3 answers are wrong? Just check it out. Okay, ಯಾಕೆ ಉಳಿದಿರೋ 3 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. See the fourth question. Leydig cells are located. Leydig cells, also called as interstitial cells, they are located within the seminiferous tubules, in the spaces between the adjacent seminiferous tubules, in the walls of the epididymis, within the seminal vesicles. Yes, which is the correct answer? Which is the correct answer for the fourth question? Okay. Leydig cells, they are also called as interstitial cells. They are not present within the seminiferous tubules. Seminiferous tubules ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋದು ಯಾವುದು? Sertoli cells and the germ cells. And within the seminal vesicle, so this is the gland that is not producing any which does not contain any cells ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಈ ತರ ಲೇಡಿಕ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸೆಮೈನಲ್ ವೆಸಿಕಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್. And epididymis, that is a accessory duct which is not producing which does not contain the Leydig cells. So what is the correct answer? In the spaces between the adjacent seminiferous tubule, option B is the correct answer. Yes, Sudha. So yes, option B. Yes, very good. Yes. See the fifth question. These cells of the testis secrete the testosterone. Testosterone, that is also called as androgen. Alva. Write down the answer in the comment box. Sertoli cells, cells of germinal epithelium, cells of Leydig cells or interstitial cells, secondary spermatocytes. Spermatocytes. Sertoli cells, they help for the nourishment of the sperms, but they are not producing the androgen. Cells of germinal epithelium, they undergo the meiotic division and form the spermatocytes, alva, but they are not producing the androgens. And here these spermatocytes, they form the sperms. They are not producing the hormones. ಯಾವುದು ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. So option D is also wrong answer. So correct answer is cells of Leydig or interstitial cells, they produce the androgen. Is that the correct answer? Yes. Then sixth question. Secretions of which contribute the maximum to the volume of the semen. Very important. Secretions of the which contribute the maximum to the volume of the semen. What you mean by semen? That is containing the sperm and fluid. Alva? Sperm plus fluid, that is called as a semen. Okay. So here some glands, they add some secretion to the sperm, that is form the semen. Here maximum amount of the fluid that is secreted by the seminal vesicles, around how many percent? Around 60%. And prostate gland, so that contribute the 20% for the semen. So maximum volume of the semen contribution, that is by the seminal vesicles. Okay, option B is the correct answer. Seventh question. Seminiferous tubules contain the non-germinal cells called non-germinal cells. Read the question properly. Seventh, what is the answer for the seventh question? Seminiferous tubules contain non-germinal cells. They are called as Sertoli cells, interstitial cells, Leydig cells, none of these. So inside the, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ question ಏನಿದೆ, ಸೆಮಿನಿಫೆರಸ್ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಯೂಲ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಯಾವ್ದಿರತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನಾನ್ ಜರ್ಮೈನಲ್ ಒಂದು ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ, ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟೋಗೋನಿಯಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದೇ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಜರ್ಮ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್. ನಾನ್ ಜರ್ಮೈನಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದು? ಇಂಟರ್ಸ್ಟಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಲೇಡಿಕ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಸೇಮ್, but they are not present inside the seminiferous tubules, alva. So these three option you can cancel easily. So correct answer is option A, that is Sertoli cells. Then eighth one, which of the following is not a function of Sertoli cells? This is a neat level question. ಇದನ್ನ ನಿಮ್ಮ NCERT ನೋಟ್ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಯಾವುದು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ, ಬಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ learn this question for your NEET exam. Okay, which of the following is not a function of the Sertoli cells? To phagocytize the excess of spermatid cytoplasm as a development proceeds, to control the movement of spermatogenic cells and the release of the sperm into the lumen of the seminiferous tubule, to produce the fluid for sperms transport and secrete the hormone inhibin, and to regulate the effects of LH. Okay. Yes, these Sertoli cells, they regulate the effects of the luteinizing hormone LH, and to produce the fluid for the sperm transport and secrete the hormone inhibin. Yes, that is also a function of the Sertoli cells, and to control the movements of spermatogenic cells and the release of the sperm into the lumen of the seminiferous tubule. Yes, that is also a function of the Sertoli cells, but the first option is not a function of the Sertoli cells. Okay. They do not phagocytize the excess of the spermatid cytoplasm as a development proceeds. See the next question. Which of the following male accessory gland is not paired structure? Yes, anybody? Please write down the answer for the ninth question. Which of the following male accessory gland is not paired in structure? Seminal gland or seminal vesicle, prostate gland, bulbourethral gland, and none of these. Okay. Here, prostate gland, that is not a paired gland. Yes, option B. Yes, bulbourethral gland and seminal gland both are pair. You can observe that diagram in your notebook. So just you can write the answer uh, by seeing that structure. Okay. Yes. Next question. Which of which is shared terminal duct of the reproductive and urinary system in male? Both urinary system and terminal duct for the reproductive urinogenital system that I explained, right? Reproduction purpose where the sperms are transferred in the same duct, and the urinary urine is also transferred in the same structure. What it is called? Epididymis, ductus deferens, urethra, ejaculatory duct. Yes, which one? Write down the answer for the 10th question. That is the urethra. That is for common tract for the reproductive and the urinary system. So, in male, it is called as a urinogenital system. ಯಾಕೆ urinogenital system ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Okay. Then, let us move on to the next topic, that is the female reproductive system. Yes, male and female reproductive system, that is different, right? Here, in the female reproductive system, that is also contain the primary sex organ and accessory duct. Primary sex organ, that is called as a pair of ovaries. Here also it is in pair of ovaries, and a oviduct. There is an accessory duct that is called as oviduct, and uterus, cervix, and vagina and external genitalia. So these are present in the female reproductive system. And apart from this, so again there is a mammary glands are present. They are integrated with the female reproductive system. Mammary glands ಏನಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, so that is structurally, functionally, that is integrated with the female reproductive system, and that is helping for ovulation, fertilization, pregnancy, and birth and the childcare process. So that we are learning in the next part of this chapter, female reproductive system. So this diagram, female reproductive system diagram is very very important. ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? 5 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಈ ಡೈಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಡೈಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ಲೇಬ್ಲಿಂಗ್ಸ್, diagram and labeling, that is very important for your exam. Then let us learn the how the female reproductive system is uh, designed. Okay, here first we should learn the pair of ovaries, where they are located. These ovaries, they are located in the female body, and just they are located at the lower abdomen, each side of the lower abdomen regionally. The where they are located, this is also MCQ question for your CET exam. The ovaries are located one on each side of the lower abdomen. ನೋಡಿ ಎಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ? lower abdomen region, each side of the lower abdomen. Then so these are the ovaries are the primary sex organ. Andre ovaries ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? So they release the gametes. Remaining all are the accessory ducts. Okay, and these, what is the function of the primary sex organ? They release some uh, they release the gamete, and they are able to produce some hormones. That is the main function of the ovaries. Okay, so this ovaries also producing the female gamete, that is called as a ovum. Ovum anna production ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, and it also produce some ovarian hormones. Then this is important. The ovaries are located one on each side of the lower abdomen, and each is about 2 to 4 centimeter length and connected to the pelvic wall and uterus by ligaments. And how it is connected? ಇದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ MCQ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಓವರಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಪೆಲ್ವಿಕ್ ವಾಲ್ ಗೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಯುಟರಸ್ by ligaments. Pelvic wall and uterus by ligaments. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಈ ಓವರಿ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಯುಟರಸ್ ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ, ನಾಟ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಬೈ ಅ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ, ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಲಿಗಾಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಲಿಗಾಮೆಂಟ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ? ಇದು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. Then each ovary is covered by a thin epithelium which encloses the ovarian stroma. Okay, so illi ovary ಏನಾಗಿದೆ? That is connect that is covered by a thin epithelium tissue. Thin epithelium tissue ಇಂದ connect ಆಗಿದೆ. And inside the ovary you can observe the cortex and medulla region. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ovary section ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ oogenesis ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್? how it is attached, where it is attached, and what is the function. Okay, so ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಹೇಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, so that is the main thing. Then this ovary that releases the ovum or egg. Okay, so that egg that travel in the accessory duct, so that accessory duct, that is called as a fallopian tube ಅಲ್ವಾ? fallopian tube ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? so this where the fusion of the gametes takes place in the fallopian tube. fallopian tube ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? male and female gametes ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? fusion ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. then after that the development takes place in this part, and after that this attached in the uterus ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? so this cup shape structure, so this structure, that is nothing but a uterus. ಇದನ್ನ uterus ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. then this fallopian tube, let us learn about the accessory duct. It is also called as a oviduct. fallopian tube ಅನ್ನು ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದ್ರಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? that is also called as a oviduct, and each fallopian tube is about 10 to 12 centimeters. So this is also important for your CET, and extends from the periphery to the ovary to the uterus alva. Nodi, next very important, the part closer to the ovary is funnel shaped structure, that is called as a infundibulum. Which of the following structure is nearer to the ovary and which is having the funnel shaped? Illi nodi, this structure, this fallopian tube is divided into 3 main parts, that is infundibulum, ampulla and isthmus. Okay, so here which is the part, fallopian tube part, which is nearer to the ovary, that is the infundibulum, and funnel shaped, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, funnel shape ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, that is the infundibulum, and which is having the finger like projection, ಈ ತರ finger like projections ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. So that is called as a fimbriae. The finger-like projection present at the end of the infundibulum, that is called as a fimbriae. Next, this infundibulum next opens into the ampulla. ಈ region ಅನ್ನ ampulla region ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. Ampulla region is the wider region in the fallopian tube. Very important. Note down. Ampulla is the wider region in the fallopian tube, and where the fertilization takes place in case of the sperm enter into this region. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ sperm entry ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ fertilization ಆಗುವಂತ region ಯಾವುದು, ampulla region. ಇದನ್ನ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ MCQ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಪದೇ ಪದೇ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. Wider part of the fallopian tube is the fertilization takes place in which part of the fallopian tube, ಈ ತರ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, important. Then next part of this fallopian tube is isthmus, that is narrower part which connect to the uterus. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ narrow part ಯಾವುದು fallopian tube ಅಲ್ಲಿ, that is the isthmus. Wider part ಯಾವುದು ampulla, and fertilization ಆಗೋ part ಯಾವುದು ampulla, and funnel shaped which is nearer to the ovary, that is the infundibulum, and which is having the structure that is called as a fimbriae. So ಇಷ್ಟು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, then what is the function of the fimbriae? Very important, which help in the collection of the ovum after the ovulation. So ovulation ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ovum ಅನ್ನ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ fallopian tube ಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ this fimbriae, that is the finger like projections, are helping. The infundibulum that leads to the wider part of the oviduct, ampulla, very important. Then the last part of the oviduct, isthmus, have the narrow lumen and it joins the uterus. Uterus ಗೆ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗುವಂತ narrower part ಯಾವುದು, that is the isthmus. So ಈ ತರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ fimbriae, then ampulla, isthmus, and this 10 to 12 centimeter length. Very important points. Note ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಇದನ್ನ. Then uterus. Uterus, it is also called as a womb. Womb ಅಂತನೂ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. And it is supported by a ligaments attached to the pelvic wall. So uterus ಹೇಗೆ attach ಆಗಿದೆ, that is by the ligaments attached to the pelvic wall ಗೆ attach ಆಗಿದೆ. And this uterus opens to the vagina. Vagina ಕ್ಕೆ open ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Then through the narrow cervix. And mainly uterus consists of the 3 wall layers. Very important, that is perimetrium, myometrium, and endometrium. And these are the 3 wall layers of the uterus. Perimetrium, that is the external thin membranous layer. Myometrium is the middle layer, which is consisting of the smooth muscle. ಇದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, the middle layer which consists of the smooth muscle, that is called as a myometrium. Endo means inside ಅಲ್ವಾ, peri means outer, external ಅಲ್ವಾ, endo means inside, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. It is the inner glandular layer that lines by the uterine cavity. Inner layer ಯಾವುದು, that is the endometrium. And the endometrium cyclical ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ during the menstruation cycle. Okay, and myometrium exhibits the strong contraction during the delivery of the baby. So this is also very important point. See here, once again observe the diagram. The outermost layer, that is the perimetrium, and this is the myometrium, and this layer is the endometrium, which undergoes the cyclical changes during the menstruation cycle. Okay, so this is nothing but a uterus. Here you can observe the cervix, that is the narrow part, the uterus that ends here, that is the cervix, the part that is also part of the cervix. And this is the cervical canal, cervix, and cervical canal, and this part is called as a vagina. Okay, so like this you should draw the diagram and you should learn the topic. Okay, so ಇಷ್ಟು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇನೆ about the uterus and about the accessory duct in the female reproductive structure. Okay, then female external genitalia, right? Male external genitalia, that includes the penis. Female external genitalia, that includes mons pubis, labia majora, labia minora, hymen, and clitoris. So this is the female external genitalia. Okay, what it includes? Mons pubis. What is mons pubis? You can observe here the smooth tissues, hairy structure is present here. What is mons pubis? Explain the female external genitalia. Mons pubis is a cushion of fatty tissue covered by a skin and pubic hair. Okay, so cushion of a fatty tissue and covered by pubic hair. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, so this is the mons pubis structure. And labia majora, that is the, this is the labia majora layer, right? So this is the labia majora layer. And this labia majora layer, that is a lip-like structure. Labia majora layer, that is the lip-like structure, and that extended from the, that is from the mons pubis and the surrounded the vaginal opening. So ಯಾವ ತರ ಇದೆ ಇದು? ಈ ತರ mons pubis ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ತನಕ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ vaginal opening ತರ ಈ ತರ ಇದೆ. That is called as a labia majora. Then just below the labia majora, there is a pair of tissues present, fold of tissues present, that is called as a labia minora. ಈ labia majora ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಏನಿದೆ, ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, that is labia minora. Okay, and that is present under the labia majora. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇನೆ. And hymen is, that is a opening of the vagina that is covered by a partially membrane like structure. So vaginal opening ಏನಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, so that is present here. Vaginal opening, just imagine this is the vaginal opening ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಈ vaginal opening that is covered by a thin membranous structure that is called as a hymen ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. So this hymen that may be break down during the sexual intercourse, or sometime the exercise or some activities, they may they may cause the breakdown of the hymen. Okay, ಈ hymen, that is a layer. So ಒಂದು ಲೇಯರ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಸೊ ಆ ಲೇಯರ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ vaginal opening ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, and that is called as a hymen. And this hymen is often torn during the first coitus, during the first intercourse, or it may be broken by sudden fall or insertion of the vaginal tampon or active participation in the sports like horseback riding or cycling. So ಈ ಯಾವುದೇ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗಬಹುದು, ಈ ಹೈಮನ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗಬಹುದು. ಬಟ್ there is a belief, so during the first intercourse there is a breakdown of the hymen takes place, but it is not correct. Okay, and clitoris, what is clitoris? It is a tiny finger like structure which lies at the upper junction of the two labia minora above the urethral opening. So just observe here, in the female there is a separate urethral opening. Urethral opening ಬೇರೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. So this is the vaginal opening ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ, this is the urethral opening. So urine pass through the separate structure, right? And this is the vaginal opening where the insemination of the sperms takes place. And here this is the clitoris just above the this structure. It is present, that is called as a clitoris. So these all structure, they are present in the female external genitalia. Okay. Yes. I hope this topic is clear. So in the female reproductive system, so again one thing we have to study, that is the mammary glands. Mammary glands are present in the females, but it is also present in the males, but they are rudimentary. They are non-functional in the males, but they are functional in the females. Okay. Here, these mammary glands are paired structure. These also paired structure, and that contain glandular tissue and variable amount of the fat. And the glandular tissue, each breast is divided into 15 to 20 mammary lobes containing the cluster of cells called alveoli. Okay. So before going to study these all facts, let us learn how these mammary glands are attached. So here ribs are present. So in between the ribs again muscles are there. So ribs ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ ಈ ತರ ribs ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ muscles ಇದೆ. Again there is a special muscle that is called as a pectoralis major. ಸೊ ಈ ಮಸಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮಸಲ್ these mammary glands are attached. ಸೊ mammary glands ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನಿರುತ್ತೆ, how the milk is produced ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಏನೇನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್ in the mammary glands, there are a glandular tissue of each breast divided into 15 to 20 mammary lobes ಇದೆ. So just see this mammary lobes ಇದೆ. Inside the mammary lobes, again there are milk secreting cells are there. They are called as alveoli. Very important. ನೋಡಿ, ಮ್ಯಾಮರಿ ಲೋಬ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಿಯೋಲೈ ಇದೆ ವಿಚ್ ಸೀಕ್ರೆಟ್ ದ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್. ದೆನ್ ದಿಸ್ alveoli they will form the duct and open into a and form the common duct. ಈ ಅಲ್ವಿಯೋಲೈದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಆ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಡಕ್ಟ್ ಗೆ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಮ್ಯಾಮರಿ ಡಕ್ಟ್. ಮ್ಯಾಮರಿ ಡಕ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಅಗೇನ್ ಅ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಸ್ಟೋರಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಆಂಪುಲಾ. ಆಂಪುಲಾಗೆ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಆಂಪುಲಾ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ಓಪನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಟಿಫೆರಸ್ ಡಕ್ಟ್. ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಟಿಫೆರಸ್ ಡಕ್ಟ್ ಗೆ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ದೆನ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ನಿಪ್ಪಲ್ ವೇರ್ ದ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಈಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಕ್ಡ್ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್. ನೋಡಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾತ್ವೆಯನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಯಾವ ತರ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಪಾತ್ವೆಯನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಯಾವ ತರ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ there are a special structure, they are called as mammary lobes ಇರತ್ತೆ. ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಈಸಿ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಮ್ಯಾಮರಿ ಲೋಬ್ಸ್ ಇರತ್ತೆ. Inside the mammary lobes there are special milk secreting cells, they are called as a alveoli. alveoli ಮತ್ತೆಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ ನೀವು alveoli ವರ್ಡ್ ಅನ್ನ? alveoli, where you heard this word again? ಈ ವರ್ಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅಲ್ವಿಯೋಲೈ ಅನ್ನುವಂತ ವರ್ಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಲಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಮರಿ ಗ್ಲಾಂಡ್ಸ್, ಬಟ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ. ಅಲ್ವಿಯೋಲೈ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಸೀಕ್ರೆಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಯಾವುದು? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಅಲ್ವಿಯೋಲೈ. ದೆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಿಯೋಲೈ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಸೀಕ್ರೆಟ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. See here. First, mammary lobules. Okay. Inside the lobules, you can observe the alveoli. Alveoli ಇರತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. alveoli ಏನ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತೆ? They are secreting the milk. Then, so these milk secreted by the alveoli, so that pass through the duct that is called as a mammary duct ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು ಡಕ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ಪ್ಯಾಸೇಜ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಮ್ಯಾಮರಿ ಡಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ದೆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮರಿ ಡಕ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ಓಪನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಆಂಪುಲ್ಲಾ. ಆಂಪುಲ್ಲಾ ಈಗ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಆಂಪುಲ್ಲಾ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮರಿ ಡಕ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಲೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಆಂಪುಲ್ಲಾ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಆಂಪುಲ್ಲಾದಿಂದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ಮೂವ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಅಗೇನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಟಿಫೆರಸ್ ಡಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಅಗೇನ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೂವ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಕಾಮನ್ ಡಕ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಟಿಫೆರಸ್ ಡಕ್ಟ್. ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಟಿಫೆರಸ್ ಡಕ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ಮೂವ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ದಟ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದ ಯಾವುದು ನಿಪ್ಪಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೌ ದ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಕ್ಡ್ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್. ಸೊ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಪಾತ್ವೆ ಅನ್ನ ನೆನ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಪಾತ್ವೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಇರತ್ತೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ. ಮ್ಯಾಮರಿ ಲೋಬ್ಸ್ ಇರತ್ತೆ, ಮ್ಯಾಮರಿ ಲೋಬ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ವಿಯೋಲೈ ದ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಸೀಕ್ರೆಟ್ ದ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್. ಅಲ್ವಿಯೋಲೈ ಸೀಕ್ರೆಟ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಮರಿ ಡಕ್ಟ್. ಈ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಡಕ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಫ್ರಾಮ್ ದಿ ದಟ್ ಡಕ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಆಂಪುಲಾ, ಆಂಪುಲಾಗೆ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ದೆನ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಟಿಫೆರಸ್ ಡಕ್ಟ್. ಈ ಪಾತ್ವೆಯನ್ನ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ let us discuss the some MCQ question on this topic about the female reproductive structure and about the mammary glands. Nodi, first question. The funnel shaped portion of the fallopian tube is known as funnel shaped structure of the fallopian tube. What it is called? Ampulla, isthmus, infundibulum, fimbriae. What it is called? Write down the answer in the comment box. Yes, write down the answer in the comment box. Yes, that is a infundibulum. Second question is the widest and longest portion of the fallopian tube is. Widest and longest portion of the fallopian tube is. Yes, what is the answer? Widest part of the fallopian tube. Write down the answer for the second question. Answer for the second question, yes, that is D. Yes, ampulla. Correct answer. Ampulla is the correct answer. See the third question. The inferior narrow portion of the uterus is known as. Inferior narrow portion of the uterus. Here in the uterus, this part that is known as a fundus part. Alva, fundus part anta karitare. And this middle that is called as a body. And here narrow end part that is called as, what it is called? Is it fundus, cervix, urethra, body? Urethra is the opening, but here this is called as a cervix. Narrow inferior portion of the uterus is known as a cervix. Correct answer is cervix. Fourth question nodi. The middle layer of the uterus is known as. Answer anna comment ಮಾಡಿ. The middle layer of the uterus is known as. That is known as a. Write down the answer. Yes, the middle layer is called as a myometrium. Ranjita, yes, very good, correct answer. Fifth one, which of the following structure helps in collection of the ovum after the ovulation? Ovum ಅನ್ನ collection ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ after the ovulation, that the ovum should transfer into the fallopian tube ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? Is it infundibulum, fimbriae, ampulla, isthmus? Which part? So I will give one hint, that is a finger-like projection. They are called as a finger-like projection of the infundibulum. What is that? Yes, that is the fimbriae. Yes, very good. Yes, Ranjita, very good. See the sixth question. In the female reproductive system, the funnel-shaped part of the fallopian tube is closest to the ovary is. Which one? In the female reproductive system, the funnel-shaped structure. What is the funnel-shaped structure which is closest to the ovary? Ovary ಗೆ ಹತ್ರ ಇರುವಂತ funnel-shaped structure ಯಾವುದು? What it is? Answer for the sixth question. Write down the answer for the sixth question. Yes, that is the infundibulum. Yes, correct answer. Yes. Mamata, yes, that is the correct answer. Very good. Many students are commenting the answer. Correct answer. Seventh one, the primary female sex organs are located. Where they are located? One on each side of the upper abdomen at a time, only one side of the upper abdomen, one on each side of the lower abdomen at a time, only one side of the lower abdomen. Yes, comment the correct answer where they are located. Female sex organs are located. Comment the correct answer. Yes, C. One on each side of the lower abdomen. Yes, correct one. Female reproductive system doesn't include. So what is not present in the female reproductive system? Option A, ovaries. Second one, external genitalia, mammary glands. Option 4, bulbourethral glands. What is not included in the female reproductive system? Comment the answer for the ninth question. Yes, correct. Option D. Kamakshi. Yes, very good. Option D is the correct answer. Many students commented the correct answer. That is the bulbourethral gland. Remaining three are included in the female reproductive system. See the 10th question. Observe the figure carefully here, dear students. The figure given below depicts the diagrammatic sectional view of the female reproductive system of the humans. Which one set of three parts of A to F R have been correctly identified? Okay. So, ಇಲ್ಲಿ A, B, C, D, E, F ಅಂತ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So, after that, just note the diagram ಅನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ. Just observe the diagram carefully. And after that, I will show the options. Okay. So, A ನೋಡಿ. What it is? A is endometrium. B is myometrium ಅಲ್ವಾ? A endometrium, B myometrium ಇದೆ. ಹಾಗೆ C is the infundibulum and D is fimbriae. So like that, different structures are given here. After that, I will show the options. Option ನೋಡಿ. Option 1, C infundibulum, D fimbriae, E cervix ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತ ನಾವು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ. C infundibulum. Is it correct? Just check it once. C infundibulum. ಹೌದಾ? ಸಿ ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಂಡಿಬುಲಮ್. ಎಸ್, ಸಿ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಂಡಿಬುಲಮ್. ದೆನ್ ಡಿ ಈಸ್ ಫಿಂಬ್ರಿಯೆ. Is that correct? D is fimbriae? Yes. D is fimbriae. Alva? D is fimbriae. That is correct. C is cervix. Sorry, E is cervix. Yes. Here, this E is that represents the cervix. ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 1 ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು 3 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯೋ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಸಿ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ಫೆಂಡಿಬುಲಮ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಡಿ ಈಸ್ ಫಿಂಬ್ರಿಯೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಇ ಈಸ್ ಸರ್ವಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇರೋ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಡಿ ಓವಿಡಕಲ್ ಫನೆಲ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಡಿ ಈಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಓವಿಡಕ್ಟಲ್ ಫನೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಡಿ ಈಸ್ ಫಿಂಬ್ರಿಯೆ. ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ ಎರಡನೇದು ಕೂಡ ರಾಂಗ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಹುದು. ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ 3 ಆಲ್ ಆರ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಒನ್. ನೋಡಿ, 11th one answer find out ಮಾಡಿ. The correct sequence of mammalian mammary gland ducts beginning from the alveoli would be. ಸೊ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. mammary tubules, mammary ducts, mammary ampulla, lactiferous duct. Lactiferous ducts, mammary ducts, mammary ampulla, mammary tubules. Option C, lactiferous ducts, mammary ampulla, mammary ducts and mammary tubules. Option D, mammary tubules, mammary ampulla, mammary ducts and lactiferous ducts. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಮ್ಯಾಮರಿ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಮ್ಯಾಮರಿ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಸೊ ದರ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ alveoli, milk producing structures, but lactiferous ducts ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಸೊ ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಮ್ಯಾಮರಿ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮರಿ ಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಎಸ್, ಮ್ಯಾಮರಿ ಆಂಪುಲಾ ಈಸ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮರಿ ಡಕ್ಟ್. ಮ್ಯಾಮರಿ ಡಕ್ಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಮ್ಯಾಮರಿ ಆಂಪುಲಾಕ್ಕೆ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಟ್ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಟಿಫರಸ್ ಡಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮರಿ ಆಂಪುಲಾ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಮ್ಯಾಮರಿ ಡಕ್ಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಟ್ ದ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಒನ್. ಮ್ಯಾಮರಿ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್, so they produce the milk by the help of the alveoli cells, then carried by the mammary ducts. Next it open into the mammary ampulla. Mammary ampulla ದಿಂದ lactiferous duct ಗೆ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಈ ತರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Milk is produced by which cells? Yes, what is the correct answer? Alveoli, lobes, tubules and nipple. What is the correct answer? That is produced by the alveoli. Yes, 12th one is the first answer, alveoli. Correct answer. The glandular tissue of each breast is divided into. Find out the answer for this question. The glandular tissue of the each breast is divided into 10 to 12 mammary lobes, 15 to 20 mammary lobes, 23 to 25 mammary lobes, 25 to 30 mammary lobes. Yes, which is the correct answer? Find out that and comment in the chat box. Okay. Answer for the 13th question. Okay, so in today's topic we have studied about the male reproductive system and the female reproductive system. In the next topic we are going to study about the gametogenesis, how the male gametes are produced, how the female gametes are produced, spermatogenesis and oogenesis we are going to study in the next class. So before going to end the class, So, dear students, if you have any doubts, just write down in the comment box. I will see that, and I will try to give the answer in the next class. ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನೇ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರು ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀರಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟಿ ಇನ್ ಮೈ ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್, ಸೊ ಏನಾದರೂ ನಿಮಗೆ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟಿ ಅನಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಎನಿ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವೈಸೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೈಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್. So here we end the class. Thank you. So if you have any doubts now, you can comment in the live chat box. Any doubts? Any doubts? Okay. Thank you. We'll continue in the next class.